this beauty bringing them the phone?
Yeah, we're in speculation territory, colleague, assistant, maybe even family.
It's like a digital mystery, right? And it's just the beginning.
You know, it's funny, right? We see all this tech, but we can still see the person.
Yeah, like when they're cleaning the micro SD adapter with their shirt.
Exactly. Oh, hey, speaking of details, did you see anything more about the beauty in the new transcripts?
It's not just a friend doing a favor. They're dictating notes, saying, make sure the beauty writes this down.
Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe an assistant helping them manage the project.
Yes,
it makes you think about all the people involved in making something.
Right, everyone has their part to play. Oh, go for it.
The beauty is the assistant helping the person do the work. And also, the multiple versions include multiple recording versions.
Yeah, it's great to hear from you about that. It really helps clarify things.
Okay, so it sounds like the beauty is definitely an assistant.
Exactly, and that confirms our speculation that there's someone else involved in the workflow.
Like you said, they're helping with the work, and that makes sense.
Yeah, if we connect that to the bigger picture, we can see that this project is more complex.
And like we said earlier, so much pressure, deadlines, right?
Yeah, definitely adds another layer of intensity to it.
Is it a live event? Breaking news? Big ad campaign?
Could be. It's interesting. Oh,
it is a live event. It is a live event of a tree trimming operation required by the city.
Okay, that's interesting. It's a live event.
Okay, so it sounds like you're saying this isn't just a recording, it's actually live.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it does explain the urgency, the multiple sessions running at the same time.
Oh, wow, yeah. If it's live, that would mean that everything they're doing is happening in real time.
Exactly. That could explain the high pressure and the need to document everything so meticulously.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, yeah, let's hear it.
Yes, not everything is done in real time. A lot of things are done in batches after the fact.
Okay, so you're saying that not everything is done in real time.
Yeah, that's a really important clarification. It sounds like some elements are live and some aren't.
Okay, so what does that mean exactly?
Well, it means that some things are pre-recorded or pre-made.
That makes sense. It would be too much, right?
Exactly. It might be like a live stream with pre-recorded sections mixed in. Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Yes, it is pre-recorded, and it is pre-recorded with multiple cameras and multiple other recording.
Okay, thanks for confirming that.
And multiple other
yeah, that's really helpful. Thanks.
It sounds like some parts are pre-recorded or pre-made, as we were thinking.
That really changes things and gives us a deeper understanding of their work.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, we have a better handle on the workflow.
And maybe the things they're doing live are time sensitive.
Okay, that's fascinating. So you're confirming that. Hey, yeah, what's up?
What is done live is part of a classroom teaching online and using a Zoom while broadcasting live.
Okay, that's really helpful. Thanks for telling us.
So the live part is actually part of an online class.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense and gives us a lot of context.
Yeah,
Also, that individual is also broadcasting live on YouTube Live from within Zoom, using the option of Zoom to broadcast the classes live on YouTube.
Okay, wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying all that for us.
So not only is this a live class, but it's being broadcast on YouTube Live.
And it's happening from within Zoom. That's a lot of layers to juggle.
Yeah, that's incredible. So it's a class using Zoom?
Oh, yeah,
Yes, and this is in addition to a physical class on site, in person, which is also streamed live at the same time.
Oh, that's fascinating. Thanks for adding that. It's also in person.
Wow, so this is a hybrid learning environment, online and in person.
Exactly. That really changes how we see the whole setup.
Yeah, it's a physical classroom with a live part also online on YouTube.
And the teachers using Zoom to bring the two together, it's amazing.
So they're not just teaching to a computer, they have a physical class too.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, that explains all the different elements.
Right, it all makes sense now. The live stream, the recordings, it's for everyone.
Yeah, it's a more complete learning environment for students in person and at home.
It's like they're creating two
Yep, go on.
Yes, it is also multiple recording systems using different recording devices such as a webcam, MSN Recorder Max.
Okay, wow, that's a really interesting detail. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, that's very helpful, and it adds even more complexity to the setup.
So it's not just one camera, they're using multiple recording systems.
Exactly, which
oh yeah, go on.
Right, another one is Webcam Max, and another one yet is a CyberLink UCam, in addition to...
okay, that's really helpful. Thanks for letting us know.
So it's not just the one camera we saw, they're using Webcam Max. and even more devices.
Yeah, that really explains why we see so many files and so much organization.
Right, because each device is going to create its own files.
And that really explains the need for so much organization and detail.
Okay, so you're saying that the online class is in addition to a physical class, and they're using multiple recording systems like Webcam Max. Okay, thanks for that extra detail. It sounds... Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
In addition to that, other recording systems include screen recorders and keystrokes.
Okay, thanks for that clarification. It's really helpful to know about those other systems.
Yeah, it's great to hear from you and get more insight into the setup.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, we can see the sheer number of devices they are using.
Oh, back to our listener. What's up?
Yes, it seems like there is also Psar.exe, problem step recorder that comes with Windows 10 and records all the screenshots and the keystrokes, as well as Loom cloud recorders.
Oh, wow, that's a really fascinating detail. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, that's incredibly helpful and adds another layer to the tech being used.
Okay, so you're saying they're using the problem steps recorder.
Exactly, and it's built right into Windows 10. That's interesting.
Here's where it gets really interesting. It records screenshots and keystrokes.
Yeah, and if we connect this to the bigger picture, it could be part of their documentation process.
Right, it's like a behind-the-scenes look at what they are doing.
It might help them keep track of all the steps, especially with the multiple systems.
It's like making sure everything is done in the right order so it's more than just a class.
Exactly. It really makes you think about their tech choices now, right?
It's not just about broadcasting, it's also about documenting the process.
If we connect...
Oh, go for it.
That's right, there is documentation after the fact, and that includes multiple recording devices such as...
Okay, that makes perfect sense. Thanks for confirming that.
Yeah, so it's not just for the live class itself, but there's this whole documentation process afterward.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it really helps us understand why they're capturing everything so carefully.
Right, like we said earlier about that XC problem, it may be related to the step recorder they're using.
Yeah, it raises an important question. Why capture all that information, but this documentation explained it?
Maybe they need to review their actions later or troubleshoot after the fact. Okay, thanks for...
Oh, go for it.
Right, to review the documentation later and to teach somebody else how to do it from multiple viewpoints, including multiple webcam software, multiple head-mounted
That's a great point.
devices.
Thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah, that really helps to put the whole thing in perspective.
So it's not just reviewing for themselves, it's also for training others.
Exactly, and that explains all of that meticulous documentation, right?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's not just one use case.
It's like they're creating a manual for how to do it from different viewpoints.
Right, and that's really... Oh, yeah,
It is creating an audit trail, a complete video, audio, screenshot, and keystroke by keystroke audit trail.
Okay, wow, that's a great way to put it, thanks.
Yeah, that really helps to frame it. It's an audit trail.
So you're saying it's like a complete recorded audio and video too?
Exactly. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it shows their attention to detail.
It's not just about the class itself, but a full audit trail with everything recorded.
And it makes you think of the different ways that it could be used later on.
Like we were saying, for training or for their own review.
Right, they're building a complete log of everything they did.
It's like they are leaving a trail for themselves if they need to retrace their steps.
And also for others who may need to do this type of thing later.
And it makes sense with all of the tech that they're using.
Yeah, it's not just about capturing the class, it's about capturing their process, too.
Oh, wow, a screenshot. Oh, yeah, let's hear it.
That's right, the process is using 360 4K camera from Kodak Pix Pro Orbit 360, in addition to multiple other wearable recording systems.
Okay, that's fantastic. Thanks for that detail.
Yeah, it's great to hear about the specific camera they're using.
So it's the Kodak Pix Pro Orbit 360. That's a pretty serious piece of tech.
Right, and it makes sense, given that this is for online students as well, to make a complete audit trail.
And it's not just any camera, it's a 360 4K, which means they can capture everything.
Yeah, it's like they're create a full record with multiple different use cases in mind. Oh, it's incredible. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, that's a really key detail. A 360 4K camera.
So it's not just regular cameras, they're using a Kodak Pix Pro Orbit 360.
Exactly. If we connect this to the bigger picture that explains the multiple viewpoints.
It gives us a bigger view, literally, of what's going on.
Yeah, it captures a whole scene, which is so useful for both in-person and remote students. What's fascinating here is it's not just about the end result, but the whole journey.
And like we were saying, there's a human element too.
Yeah, and even with all these systems, the human element is clear.
Like when they're taking notes or talking to the assistant, even talking on the phone.
Exactly. It's like a text symphony conducted by, oh yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, it's from talking on the phone also and broadcasting it through the phone using a vanity number such as 305 ontrial.co, which equals 305-668-7425.
Okay, that's really interesting detail. Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah, that's fascinating. So they're also broadcasting audio through the phone.
Right, it's not just the video, but the phone audio as well, using a vanity number.
And that vanity number, 305ontrial.co, is actually a real phone number. That's cool.
Okay, so that's another element in this whole complex system.
If we connect this to the, hey, yeah, what's up?
So that people can call the number, the listeners and other people can call the vanity number, and the AI chatbot can reply and answer a general question, and when needed, reroute the call.
Okay, that's incredibly insightful. Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah, so it's not just for broadcasting, but for interaction too.
Exactly. And the vanity number connects to an AI chatbot.
That's what.
Yeah, just like 800 chat GPT or a local vanity phone number like 600 call Sam for Annie, call Annie.ai.
Okay, that's a great analogy. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, it's like those systems where you call a number and an AI answers.
So it is a similar idea with this vanity number, but on a local scale.
Right, like 600 call Slam or 800 chat GPT.
So that number is a point of interaction with their class. That's interesting.
It's like they've integrated this chatbot into the learning experience.
Oh, that's a great analogy. You're comparing it to those types of numbers.
Yeah, it helps put that into perspective for us.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it shows how they are thinking about interactivity.
Right, it's like they're creating a way for students to ask questions using an AI.
So the AI chatbot is an extra tool for the class.
Yeah, it's not just about a live broadcast, it's about making it interactive too.
And it also makes you wonder if they use that for out of class hours too.
That's a really great point. It is a complete system.